Like I do believe, like I said, it's a natural thing. I'm not thinking anyone who has blood flowing through his veins at one point in time or the other, like you did mention, I acknowledge, would have felt, that emotion of anger at one point in time. So, can there be anger management? Can there be anger control so that indeed we can raise a generation of less angry Nigerians?
So, let me come to the question you have just. Can anger be controlled?
Yes. Do we attend the anger management course? Because I guess sometimes people abroad, they do that. They say you have to attend one anger management course.
Okay. My fear again, I keep saying that anger is not treated in hospital.
Okay.
I said the other day, you can't treat it in hospital. No drug will be taken for this, except you really face this issue as we are talking. The reality is, anger is very human. I admit it from the very beginning. No one can boldly say, I've never been angry. You don't even need to point somebody else. Everyone is always angry at a particular point. And what I'm facing right now is that anger is on the increase around the world, not only in Nigeria. So that calls for a very serious concern that should be controlled. And I am happy to say very boldly, anger is all about you. What I mean by that is that anger, whether you like it or not, you are accountable for it, which means definitely you have the gift of self-control that can make you control it.
So it's possible everyone can control his or her anger. And before you just go on, now look at anger and control approaches here on the program Touching Lives. And the program is brought to you on the wheels of the Luther Welfare for Children and Risk Development Center in conjunction with Garden City Radio. And of course, you can always be part of this one at 4:15 every Thursday, because the aim is indeed to touch a life. And believe it or not, you, no matter who you are, can always touch a life. Anger control approaches, how we can learn to control our anger, and that which indeed could be poisonous and could be a disease to us. So that's what we are getting at. And like the Reverend have just stated, you are the important person. You can control your anger.
The issue is no longer why are you angry? No, the issue as taken now is what do you do with the anger in you? What do you do when you are angry? The first thing is that make appropriate checks on your anger. Whenever you find a primal origin, that is the root cause of what has made you angry, please, the best thing to do is put that very thing in your focus. Look at it carefully. Whenever you feel angry, you will discover that you develop strong impulse to get more and more angry. So the best thing you do, pick what has made you angry, clearly see it very well.
Okay. And do what with it?
Okay. Immediately you see it, there are ones that need to be addressed, and there are ones that you throw off. If it's not going to be of importance to you, keep it aside. You see the anger immediately will drop down. If it is something to be addressed, the moment you talk over it, you will see, you'll be so surprised. It's not like what the apostle say. Some people that caused you to be angry may not be aware. Sometimes they don't even think they have affected you negatively. So when you look at the issue and look at it carefully, sometimes you find people who are, I didn't know, and you have caused it, so please, I'm sorry. And you see the anger immediately.
Okay, so that means you stands where it's actually the anger is caused by an individual. But when it's not someone, but maybe something, what do you do there?
Pick that very thing that provoked you. Immediately have a look at it. There are things that you can do with that. There are things that are less important, which means you can drop it aside and you move on. But there are things that I feel I need to get back to this. By the time you get back to it and rework on that thing, you will see the same joy that you lost the first time coming back feeling you are. In other words, what we are trying to say that anger always begins with feelings. The first point of anger is that it comes with a feeling. And the moment that feeling is not put under control, it grows into an action. And that action, if it's not controlled, then it's going to result to something very negative, which at the end of the day, you will be very accountable. Because you will be accountable as a person, accountable for your feeling, accountable for your action.